Yo guys, how y'all doing? So today we're gonna be talking on why Grace is by far the best character, the best 5-star unit for both free to play and light spender on the game. And that's all because of a single word, and it's called distortion. So without further ado, let's just get into it, shall we? So the real reason why Grace is so good is because of a system that didn't existed on CBT 1 and 2. So I guess a lot of influencers don't really know about it, but it's a system called distortion. Why is distortion so broken? It's pretty simple, because distortion happens whenever you use two different attributes, two different anomalies combined. And why this is important? Because as a free to play player or a light spender, getting a full on elemental team is going to be super expensive. And in the end game, you're going to need two teams. So it's going to be even more expensive to get. So that's why Grace is so fucking busted. It's pretty simple. As you guys can see over here, distortion is procced whenever you combine two different attributes. So for example, you're having the ice anomaly, the enemy is frozen. After that, for example, you change to Grace. Grace start dealing her anomaly, is building up the shock stack, the electric stack, and whenever shock happens, besides the shock damage and the shock effect being applied and overruling the freeze ice effect, you're also gonna get the effect of distortion, which is gonna deal extra damage and also build up a lot of days. So she will be not only filling up the gap to make you avoid having to build a full-on elemental team, she will kind of do the role of a stun character, because she will also be building up days, and she will also be doing the sub DPS role, because she procs because of that rotation, that distortion, and the fact that anomaly character is the most efficient character to build up an anomaly. So she's gonna proc distortion more constantly, will allow her to also fill up the sub DPS role. So she's basically a character able to do both. She's able to both fill in the stun role, because distortion builds up days, and the sub DPS role, because distortion also does extra damage. So you guys see the value is two characters in a single one. That's why anomaly is going to be broken, and why building a full elemental teams is gonna be a waste for free to play players, of course. Again, let's just think this slowly, right? So, we're getting for free Ambi, an electric stunner, Billy, a physical attacker, Corin, a physical attacker, Nicole, an ether support, and Sokaku, an ice support. If I'm not wrong, we're also getting Ben from an event, so we will get a fire defense character, but that doesn't really matter, right? After all, most of the players don't even want to play defense. He's such a specific character, so let's just move that out of the way. So, for example, the only way to build a full electric team would be getting Anton through the gacha. And let's be honest, although it's probable that we get him, since he's a 4-star, so it will be pretty easy, we don't really want him, right? We want 5-star units, because they're always better. It's pretty simple, right? So again, Grace has to be the best pick, the best standard pick for free to play players and light spenders. It's pretty simple. She will allow you to make the most type of diverse builds, because you can just pull for any hyper DPS 5-star character that you want after that. Let's say, for example, oh, I really like Ellen, I love her, I want to play her. Yeah, but if you want to play her optimally, you're gonna have to have her plus Likaon plus Sokaku or Rina, right? So that's already tough. We're talking about two different standard characters that you're gonna have to have on the same run. And Likaon will then be useless, because he's an ice stun character. You won't use him anywhere else, right? And if let's say you're trying to go for Zui1, she's an ether attacker. We have an ether support. We don't have an ether sub DPS, an ether anomaly, an ether stunner, or anything like that. So you will have to fill that sub DPS ish slash utility role with someone, right? And it's obviously going to be Grace. It's obvious. Same thing with Ellen. Why run Ellen, Likaon, and Sokaku? to have a full on ice team with a literal 5-star standard character going to waste after that, if you can just have Grace, and Grace can fill in, for example, both Ellen and Zuyuan team and any other 5-star character. It's pretty simple. The logical is this: you pick the 5-star DPS that you guys enjoy, you get a support that matches his element, okay? So it helps both of them build up their anomaly, and they also buff each other with the core skills. And then you just slot in Grace to just fill up the anomaly slash disturbance role. It's pretty simple. This is going to be the most future-proof path to go forward. Grace is the future-proof characters on between the standard ones for free-to-play and light spenders, because she will fit any fucking build going forward. At least until we get another anomaly character. And even though, since you're gonna need 2 builds, you can just run 1 anomaly on each different build. It's pretty simple. Or you can, if you guys want to, you can just run a DP. If on future, and this is really on future, you can have 2 different anomaly characters, one on element with your DPS. So let's say you run Zui 1, which is Ether, you have an anomaly Ether, and then Grace is an anomaly electric. Super ultra strong, because it's gonna make you proc the disturbance even harder, right? And you're still gonna have that elemental buff between your DPS and your other character, in this case another anomaly. So again, Grace is the value peak between the 5-star standard characters. Grace is the future-proof option, and Grace is the flexible option, because you can, for example, if you're going fully free, you don't want to pull for Ellen, you don't want to pull for Zhu Yuan, you want to hold your pulls for the future, you can just go with Coring, Grace, and Envy, for example, if you get, because then you don't have a 5-star DPS, you're gonna need to compensate for that damage. So in this case, and in my opinion, in this case only, you would run Grace with another person on her element. That would be Envy, because Envy is a stunner, Grace an anomaly. So both of them will proc the days super ultra hard. So you're gonna make the enemy get not only stunned, but also have the possibility to do your burst damage, because he will not only be stunned, but also be taking more damage when he's dazed, right? So that will proc that the most efficient way and faster way possible, being Ambi and Grace. And then you just lock in Coring. In my opinion, Coring, maybe I'm wrong, but Coring, to my eye, is from the 4-star units the one that has the bigger damage potential, because she's not only off element, which is important, I mean, at least on this disturbance build, right? Distortion build, sorry. I always confuse the word. Not only she's off element from Grace and Envy, but she's also the best 4-star single damage DPS character, at least for now. So if you don't want to pull for Ellen, you don't want to pull for Zui 1, you just go Coring, Grace, and Envy. Now, if you want something else, if you like Ellen, instead of going Ellen, Likaon, and Sokaku to go super deep into ice and then have Sokaku go to waste in the future, you just go Ellen, which is your limited character of choice. You go with Grace, which is your limited standard character of choice, and then you go Sokaku, which is a free character, a free 4-star character. So you're not spending resources over here. So this way, you will be future proof. For example, let's say you get lucky and you pull for Z1 after that. So then you can just go to Z1 for Ether, Grace for the Electric Anomaly to be this off element, and then you just put in Nicole to buff Z1 damage. Pretty simple, right? I'm sure you guys can already see what I'm talking. Grace will fit any build in the future, at least until we get 2 other anomaly characters. Because again, as a free-to-play, having the luck to have a full efficient on element team is going to be super expensive, super tough. Only a few of you guys will. So why not just pick the safer option? Not only the safer, but also the most flexible one. Because she will be used in 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, and all the patches going forward. At least until we get at least 2 more anomaly characters, which in my humble opinion is going to take a long time, because we have 5 different roles in this game. So simply having 3 more of this role being released when we're probably expecting 1 to 2 characters, 5-star characters per patch, it's gonna take a long time. Let's be honest. We're talking on at least 20-ish characters, right? So I mean, at least 10-ish characters. So it's gonna take a long time. We're talking about till 1.5 or something, and until then, you're gonna have plenty of currency to pull for whatever you want, right? So again, Grace is the pick. Grace is the flexible choice. Is the future-proof choice. Is the value choice. So that's why vote for Grace, guys. I mean, just go for her. It's pretty simple. It's pretty strong. It is what it is, right? There's not much to say about it. Just go with her. Build up a ton of distortion. If you don't want to pull for neither of the 2 chicks, if you don't want to get neither Ellen nor Z1, just go with her, Ambi, and Corin. Pretty cheap, easy build. If you guys like Ellen, go with Ellen, her, and Sokaku. If you like Z1, go with Z1, Grace, and Nicole. Easy, easy, easy peasy. And then the other team, you do whatever you want, whatever you can do, right? Because it ain't gonna be easy. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys understood my train of thought. The fact that distortion is busted, because distortion allows anomaly characters to fill in 2 roles at once. Again, it fills up both stunner and the sub DPS role. So it's ultra value, ultra worth it. Just trust me. Trust me. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to my channel, follow me on my Twitch, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.